Hey everyone, it's me Logistic Buck, and as always, welcome back. I'm going to be taking a look at a few things today, but the first thing I wanted to do, kind of as a priority, is the teaser trailer for Dragon Age 4. Now, I know I'm a little bit behind on this, but that's because I wanted to wait until we could take a look at it together, and I've been really careful not to see too much. I've been so careful. So yeah, we're going to take a look at that first. I am really excited for Dragon Age 4. Dragon Age series is one of my favourite game series ever. I would say I like it a bit more than Mass Effect purely because I prefer fantasy over sci-fi. And yeah, it kind of all started back when Inquisition came out. I got it as a birthday present. And I didn't really know anything about the series other than some fan art I'd seen floating around the internet. So I played Inquisition and then I felt like, you know what, I'm missing out. And I went back and played the other two completely blind and I love them. Dragon Age 2 is kind of, I feel like it's the weakest of the three, but it's still got really good characters and a good story, so, you know, yeah. I cannot tell you how much I love this series. Particularly Dragon Age Origins has a special place in my heart. The first time I played it, it's the graphics and the controls are unfortunately kind of aged now, but if you haven't played it, I do still recommend it because the story and the characters more than make up for it. I've played it like 8 to 10 times by now, and I played Inquisition like 40 times. They're not all completed playthroughs, but well over 1,000 hours. So yeah, to say I'm excited is an understatement. At the end, to give a bit of... I'm just so excited, I can't get my words out. Yeah, at the end of the last DLC for Inquisition, which was Trespasser, we got to see Solus again. And we knew he was the Dreadwolf already from the end of the main game. But to have him confirm it in front of our player character, it was quite something. And to know what he wants to do is to basically destroy the current world to restore the old elves. Yeah, I don't get me wrong, I love him, but I'm ready to kick his ass, and hopefully what I see in this teaser will let me know that I can do that. And here we are at the teaser trailer, everyone. Like I said, I'm really excited for this, so I'm going to get straight into it.
You know, 6 years ago, we were on the stage with you at the 2014 Game Awards, accepting the Game of the Year for Dragon Age Inquisition. And since then, we've been imagining new ways to use next-generation technology to bring the world and characters of Dragon Age to life. We're still in early production, but we thought it was time to give you the very first look at how Bioware's passionate team of developers are crafting this very special game.
Oh, I'm gonna cry, guys. I'm so excited.
I've been at Bioware for a really long time, so I've got to see it grow up and turn from a company of 35 people to a company of more than 300 people.
Oh, the music.
There's amazing people in the industry. There's amazing stories to be told with other people.
I love that character so much.
It's awesome.
We're very experimental here at Bioware, so we're always coming up with new stuff.
We're always trying to improve, innovate, and bring new characters to life for our players and fans to enjoy.
Oh, the Inquisition music.
The world of Dragon Age really has got it all.
I swear to God, is that Dorian?
Frontier stories, it's got mystery, it's got hard-boiled detective stories.
That's gotta be Tevinter.
It's all wrapped up in kind of a fantasy setting.
Navarra?
You really feel like you're the hero in the Dragon Age world and you're saving people.
Dragon Age to me is a wonderful world to play in.
I am really excited about the future of Dragon Age. This is an original world.
Oh,
original
the Origins
flora,
music.
Original wildlife, original architecture. That makes it fun to explore and discover.
Oh, the music.
Dragon Age get an opportunity to see new things, new places, and interact with people who lived and grew up in these spaces as well.
For the game we're working on now, we want to tell a story. What happens when you don't have power? What happens when the people in charge aren't willing to address the issues?
The things that you can expect in the next installment are going to be stories that focus on the people around you and the friends and family you make.
Something that we'll be able to look forward to in Dragon Age is a really close relationship with game characters who really become real for you.
We want characters to be either loved or hated. One of the best examples
Solus!
is Solus. Half the community wants to kill him, half the people want to marry him, and another part want to do both.
They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
Oh my god!
Bioware and EA has been one of the forerunners in using motion magic technology, and that makes it way more realistic when you're looking at the characters and the way they walk and move and interact in the world.
Players want that suspension of disbelief that this wonderful collection of digital pixels is actually a living, breathing soul.
No.
Is that
okay? That's the good kind of rumble.
I actually
was that a great?
I help with the creature design team as well, so I do all of like the big threats that you have to.
Red lyrium. I'm seeing red lyrium.
Dies on my watch. For the Wardens.
Choice is a big part
the Wardens?
Of what Dragon Age
the Grey Wardens are coming back?
The decisions you make can affect change in the world.
Decision making can mean that a party member lives or a party member dies. And it means owning your outcome and reactivity to the choices that you do make.
I just love the possibilities
the
that
Titans?
Dragon Age offers us, and I'm excited to explore a lot more of them.
That is a Grey Warden helmet.
That potential is what gets you up in the morning. It's a fantastic opportunity every time.
Please don't let that be it. Is that it? God damn it, that can't be it. I wanted like 10 more hours of that. As you guys can see, I kind of lost my shit there, but ugh. There is a lot to unpack, so what I'm going to do now is go back through the trailer and look at the concept art, because I recognise a few things, and there are others I just want to take a closer look at, so let's go do that. In this particular bit of concept art, I think this could be Orlais, because the architecture looks similar to some of the villas that you can see in Inquisition. I could be wrong, but that's the kind of vibes I'm getting from it. And in this particular piece of concept art, I have a feeling this is somewhere in the deep roads. You can see there what looks like a dwarf, and the architecture is very similar to what we've seen in the previous games. It could be linked to the Titans, because we saw in the DLC The Descent that these Titans, whose blood is basically lyrium, are starting to awaken. You kind of fight one at the end of The Descent, so I don't know, maybe that door's leading to one, or it's going to be somewhere in the deep roads, because that looks old and it's partially destroyed. There's no way that's anything in Orzammar. Yeah, we're definitely gonna... Looks like we might be heading into the deep roads. Now here, I'm not entirely sure where we are, because parts of it remind me of Orlais, but then you've got the kind of more cone, like dome-shaped rooftops, and some of the architecture does look... I don't know, but there is quite a number of ships. This could be... I'm thinking Navarra or Antiva. Now, I got quite excited here because this guy here, in like the mustache and like the goatee, I have a feeling that could be Dorian. Now, you might say, oh well, he's wearing armour that looks like what Zevran wears as part of the Crows, but we know that Dorian is trying to kind of fix what's going on in Tevinter in his homeland, so maybe he has to dress as a crow to get some of it done. But that looks way too much like him. Now, Bioware haven't confirmed it, but it just looks far too similar. If that is Dorian, I'm going to be so fucking happy, because he was one of my favourite companions. Oh. And then we got this woman here. And I don't know, her shirt and kind of looks like she might have a labret piercing here. And we know Isabella has one of those. And oh, I don't know. But if I am literally like 99% certain that that is going to be Dorian there. And you know, that woman is Isabella, then that is just a bonus. Now, I'm quite excited for this, because judging by some of the clothes and architecture, I think this could be Tevinter. And the armour that this guy in the front is wearing looks very similar to armour that you get in Inquisition. So, if this guy is an Inquisitor, I really hope we get to be the Inquisitor for Dragon Age 4. To me, it just doesn't make sense to play as anyone else. The Inquisitor has personal history with Solus. They have companions from all across Thedas. It does not make sense to be anyone but the Inquisitor, but that armour looking so similar to what the Inquisitor can wear. Yeah, it's, it might be false hope, but, still. Now this here looks like it could be Navarra. I hope it is, because we know quite a bit about Tevinter by now. We know a bit more about, like, Antiva. Definitely know enough about Orlean Ferelden. We don't really know a great deal about Navarra. So this could be it. I hope it is. Now, at first glance, I was thinking this could also be Navarra. But we've got what looks like the head of a griffin there. And as we know, the emblem of the Grey Wardens has griffins. So, if the Grey Wardens are part of this in some capacity, I will be so fucking happy. Now, I'm not entirely sure where this is, but they are definitely using magic here, and it's the spells that have got me interested. Because we have not seen anything like this in any of the Dragon Age games. And there's also the fact that they're wearing these helmets and masks. And the mask that, what looks like the woman with the kind of dome shield there, what the mask she's wearing kind of reminds me of the mask that the Qunari make their mages wear. There is just so much going on. Now, I didn't really focus too much when this came through in the trailer because there's so much going on. But taking a look at it now, I am intrigued because that looks like it's floating. But we've also got these ruins here which are floating, so I'm wondering... This isn't somewhere in the Fade because it looks like there's a proper sky. But these could be elven ruins if you go by the little pieces of architecture we can see. And if so, then maybe these kind of flying vehicles here, I don't know, maybe they're like, they kind of remind me of the Dalish Aravels that they use. I might be reaching here, but I don't know, that's just what I'm personally getting from this. And I'm thinking this definitely has to be Navarra. It looks, in terms of architecture, it looks so different to anything that we've seen so far. It is a completely foreign style of architecture to the Dragon Age universe. I can't place where they've got the inspiration from because it looks like they've taken inspiration for this architecture from a number of different places. But yeah, this has to be Navarra. I don't know. I don't know whether I don't think it's Antiva. I'm getting more vibes from the little we know about Navarra. This might be it. And we're kind of seeing more dwarven architecture here, which is... We are definitely going to be heading to Orzammar or some part of the Deep Roads in Dragon Age 4, because they are showing a lot to do with the dwarves, which is nice, because whilst I love the elves and I love their history, I feel like the dwarves have kind of been put on the aside, apart from the Descent DLC. So I'm wondering, the Titans are awakening. Are we going to have to fight some in Dragon Age 4? Because that's what all these glances at the dwarves and their ruins, that's what I'm getting. And this is what we saw in the teaser a few weeks back. Now, I'm not entirely sure what this is going to be, but it looks like there's some red lyrium involved. This could be something to do with the elves. I don't know why. We've seen in the alienage, in Denerim, and also in Kirkwall, that they have these. I can't remember the name of the trees, but they have these massive trees in the centre of the alienage, and I'm wondering if this could be similar to that. It looks like it's in some kind of graveyard, so the fact that there looks to be red lyrium there, I thought we got rid of it all when we were dealing with Corypheus, but then when you think about the teaser we got a really long time ago of the red lyrium idol, yeah, we didn't get rid of it all. It looks like it's definitely still going to be a part of the series. And this here is definitely Tevinter. I can tell by what people are wearing, and also the architecture, but yeah, mainly what people are wearing. And this is obviously a noble that's being transported, but if we have a look at what's going on in the back here, that is a crow outfit. I think that could be. Now, I did see someone that looked like Dorian in the other concept art, but I don't know, I get a feeling it could also be Zevran, because we've seen him in this particular outfit. And I'm not sure who this Kunari lady is, but she is really hot. There is a lot going on here, but yeah, if that's a female Kunari companion, that'll be a first for the series, because obviously we've had Sten in Dragon Age Origins, and we've had Iron Bull in Dragon Age Inquisition. So it'd be nice to have a female Kunari companion. But my god, I swear to god, we are all going to lose our shit. Whether that is Zevran or Dorian, we're all going to lose our shit. Now, I'm thinking here it's either going to be Tevinter or Navara, because this doesn't look. It looks kind of like a gothic style of architecture in some places, particularly towards the back of the picture. But what I'm interested in this character down at the bottom with a helmet on. Now that armour and helmet looks very similar to kind of the armour that the Inquisitor wears in a lot of like the promotional stuff for Inquisition. God, I really hope we get to play as the Inquisitor. Now this image here is just peak Dragon Age. Just give me a moment while there's this massive behemoth of a monster there. I have no idea what said monster is. We do know the Kunari can grow up to like 10 feet, but that looks taller than 10 feet. But again, if we focus on what the character is wearing, that kind of pointed hood and the armour on their legs, I don't know, with the daggers, this kind of looks like the kind of thing Zevran would do. This has Zevran energy. It has peak Zevran energy. And we are seeing more and more of Tevinter. We can see the kind of over-the-top outfits the nobles and mages are wearing. We can see that there's a lot of snakes in kind of like the architecture. This is definitely Tevinter. Now, we are seeing a lot of stuff from Tevinter. Well, at the end of Trespasser, you stab a dagger into the map, and that's right where Tevinter is. Inquisitor says, oh, what do they say? I think it depends on what you say to Solis, but the Inquisitor says, we will save our friend from himself if we can. Stabs the dagger into the map, and that's over Tevinter. Now we've got Tevinter. My question is, will we be the Inquisitor? And it looks like this could at least be early stuff for the companions for the next game. I've got a female canary. Definitely got a couple of humans in there. From what one of them is wearing, maybe someone's from Tevinter. But what has me intrigued is this guy. My webcam might be blocking it, but this guy with a kind of Velfire skull as a head. I'm intrigued by him, and I hope his design stays like that, because that would definitely be... I mean, we had Anders and Justice kind of intertwined as like to do with like the fate and the spirits and stuff, but and also we saw Justice in Awakening, but we've never had a companion that looks like this guy with a Veilfire skull before. I love him already. Now we are seeing this particular armour, like the crow kind of armour, quite a lot, and we're also seeing this female canary character quite a lot. I just want to know more about all of these characters, and I honestly can't wait. Now this particular image here, if you look in the flames, this has got to be a dragon. Now dragons weren't that much of a threat in Inquisition. Once you were the right level, they were fairly easy to take down. The only one that you would have any difficulty dealing with is Corypheus's dragon. Now, dragons were a bit more of a challenge in Dragon Age 2, and particularly Dragon Age Origins. So if we're getting more of a challenge from them in Dragon Age 4, I welcome it, because fighting dragons is always a good time. Now, this has to be something to do with the crows, because that mask, the clothing, and the birds in the background, I think those are crows. I'm not an expert, but this is some really sexy artwork, because it's really well drawn, but also there's something about this outfit and the character and their smile. Oh, this looks amazing. And this is where you could see in the reaction that I lost my shit here, because Solus, Fen'Harel, the Dread Wolf. There are obviously a lot of romances in Dragon Age Inquisition, but Solus's one stands out, even though it has a bit less content in terms of cutscenes, because of how kind of tragic it is. Now, obviously you can choose how your Inquisitor reacts to the breakup, but the one that gets me the most is when Solus says you have a rare and marvellous spirit in another world, and then you say, why not this one? And when you first play the game, you really don't know why he's breaking things off. You don't know why he's saying in another world. But now we know. There are, as the guy says, you know, some people want to marry him, some people want to kill him, some people want to do both. I love him as a character, regardless of whether or not you romance him. The Inquisitor does have a strong relationship with him, whether positive or negative. So he's obviously going to be I think he will definitely be the main antagonist. But I am really looking forward to taking him down, because whilst it will no doubt be depressing, going to get a lot of emotions from it, it's going to be, it'll probably be so much fun, because obviously I've got this wolf here, and he's a fucking Dread Wolf. He's kind of absorbed Mythal and Flemeth, and we know how strong they were. Will he transform into the wolf we see in some of the frescoes and Trespasser, with like the giant with all the red eyes? Like, oh, I'm just so excited to see him in Dragon Age 4. I cannot even begin to tell you how excited I am. Now, I know they'll have had to update his appearance for Dragon Age 4, and I know this is just concept art, but I think he looks really good here. Now, he's always looked quite different to all the other elves we see in the game. I think that has a lot to do with the fact that he's one of the ancient elves, you know? He just... Oh, I love how he looks here. I feel like with the better graphics, we will see his personality come through even more. It was already strong in Inquisition, but... yeah, this looks amazing. And I think if we go forward a bit, yeah, you can see the improved graphics, and they really give you a lot in terms of expression. He just... I know that expression that I paused it on is a bit funny, but he looks amazing already. Now, I just want to play this clip again because I need to hear it again.
They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
Alright. Gareth David Lloyd, he is perfect. I closed my eyes there because... just picturing Solus. They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is done? Oh my god. Now, I know this is very, very early game development, but I'm already kind of loving how the magic looks, and I just... if this is how cool it looks already, how amazing is it gonna look when we finally get the final polished product. Now this has me excited because that armour and those shields, they kind of look like the Grey Warden emblem, and this looks like Grey Warden armour. I really hope the Grey Wardens come back into it, and obviously I know that we won't see the Hero of Ferelden because Bioware seems to keep forgetting that the Hero of Ferelden exists. But it'll be interesting to see the Wardens in some capacity because depending on who survives Adamant, they go to Minrath. They go to Weishaupt to the Grey Warden HQ, and the helmet, the shit. This has to be something to do with the Grey Wardens. I just want to touch on the creature design here because whatever the fuck that thing is, it's mildly terrifying. But again, it looks like red lyrium. Yeah, that has to be red lyrium. Oh, that looks scary. And I'm just noticing a statue in the background that reminds me of the ones you see in Inquisition. The statues of Andraste. And this kind of reminds you of what you see around the Temple of Sacred Ashes. I just want to play this particular clip again.
Nobody dies on my watch. For the Wardens!
Okay, now he said for the Wardens. For the Wardens. I don't know if this is one of the Titans waking up because it almost looks too friendly, but the fact that it's embedded in the mountain and it's glowing blue like lyrium. Could this be something to do with the Titans? Maybe. Now this bit here I did want to take a look at because from the banners and the armour and the winged helmet, this has to be something to do with the Wardens. Maybe this is Weishaupt. But if you look beyond all the Grey Warden type stuff and to the background, you can see the sky looks green. It looks like it's glowing. So does Solus manage to tear down the veil again? Does he manage to start enacting his plan? There's just a lot going on. Okay, now this definitely has to do with something to do with Navarra and how they deal with the dead and the necromancy. And I'm wondering if this is one of our companions, because we saw concept art earlier and it looked like he had a Veilfire skull. So is this one of our companions? If so, that'd be awesome, because you've got like the skeletons doing his dirty work. We've also got what looks like a dragon there. Is he's kind of looks like he's like dissecting it and experimenting on it. But if he can bring it back, like he's brought back these skeletons, like he's maybe brought back himself, because you know he's a skeleton. But is he gonna? Are we gonna have like a Night King situation where the dragon comes back? That would be amazing. So that was a lot longer than I thought I would be talking for. As you can tell, Dragon Age is something I'm very passionate about. I really hope that they can deliver with this game, because Anthem was a flop. And Mass Effect Andromeda wasn't great. Don't hate me, I tried playing it, I just could not get into it. But yeah, they've got a lot to live up to with Dragon Age 4. This is going to be the game that kind of, it could redeem Bioware. I don't think you can redeem EA at this point, lads, but Bioware for sure. Because I think a lot of trust has been destroyed with what's happened with Andromeda and Anthem. So yeah, there's a lot riding on Dragon Age 4 being a success. I really, really hope it's successful, because myself and so many others are extremely excited for it. There's a lot of loose ends to tie up, and it is going to be... Whether Dragon Age 4 will be the last game in the series, or whether it's the start of another Dragon Age trilogy, there is a lot they've got to deal with. You've got to deal with Solus, the Titans waking up, Solus, got the war that's going to be going on because Canary tried to fucking start invading in Trespasser. The Inquisition is either still going or gone. The crows are more prominent. We've got all these different locations to go to and all these new creatures to fight. And then there's the Grey Wardens. There is a lot that they've got to do with Dragon Age 4, and I really hope they can live up to everyone's expectations. But from what I've seen in the teaser, from all the concept art, it looks like they are heading in the right direction. And I'm going to choose to be cautiously optimistic for now.